Really?
Really what?
You see I'm doing something. You're just gonna come and sit down here?
It's the only couch. What do you expect?
But you see, I'm about to make a call.
I didn't know that, but okay.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Hey, girl. No, I'm by myself. No, he's in another room. That's cool.
Mayday, 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 Mayday.
Hey, family. My name is Asha May, and this is Mayday. On this segment of the channel, I bring you along on my musical journey, as well as my journey traveling across the U.S. with my husband, son, and dog. Today, we're going to talk about being married or even being in a relationship, a romantic relationship, and just living in an RV away from family and friends and
Oh,
just,
excuse me?
yes.
May I have a glass of water?
What's the magic word?
You can see it right down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Never miss a video on Asha May.
Ah, you forgot to tell them something. Hit the bell notification, please. Okay, you can get the water.
Thank you.
So I couldn't talk about this without bringing along my hubby and having this conversation because, it would be one-sided.
True.
So how do you think it's been?
I would say it's been tough, not having any couples time.
So number one, lack of one-on-one couples time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough not having that one-on-one time that you typically have when you're around family and friends. Maybe somebody will, babysit for you and you can go out on a date. So do you recommend anything for people to do to have alone time?
But now that COVID is over, I mean, you can, find drop-in daycares again,
Mm-hmm.
Like we used to do, and have free time. I mean, have time for each other.
Right.
So, I mean, that is an option
Mhm.
in order to, have free time for one another.
Right. Because just going outside and sitting down is not going to cut it. You can get interrupted even, anywhere you can you can be interrupted. So you're not going to really be able to connect on that level.
Not on that level.
And a lot of times the drop-in daycares are usually around $15 to $20 an hour. We've used several in different states and they've really been good.
Yeah, they've been good.
Yeah. But yeah, the second one would be you don't get much personal time,
Right.
like personal time just for you.
Right.
And we can say, okay, well, just go off by yourself and do something. But that time tends to get squeezed down to almost nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I get my personal time. I mean, when I go to work, I mean, you don't necessarily see it as personal time.
No, but that is personal time.
Me going to work is not necessarily personal time because I'm around other people. So it's not really me being off in my own little space. I mean, it's my personal time when I'm driving to work.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
driving to work, so it's like, okay, and I can listen to some music and like 15, 20 minutes into it, get into it a little bit. But then I'm at work. I mean,
but that still is so big because I don't even get that. Like you go to work, you get to drive to work, you come back, or, even when you go to the grocery store or something like that, I'm with Kyle all the time. So I don't really have any time to myself.
I mean, I understand. Maybe you can start going to the grocery store.
I'll be happy. Number 3. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about
X.
in the RV?
Funny stuff.
Yeah? Is it the same as being in a house to you?
It's not the same. No, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
As a mouse, you have to be a mouse.
You have to be quiet. So don't kiss too loud. And don't do anything else too loud because everybody's going to hear you.
Right. Yeah.
And don't move too much
Yeah.
because everybody's going to feel you.
Right. Exactly.
Because we are on wheels. The RVs are rocking. Don't come a knocking. When you have older kids, then they would go out.
Yeah.
Or
It's
even when we
different.
were in Arizona,
Yeah.
Kyle used to go out with his friends and play. Where we are now, he doesn't have friends like in the RV park that he goes out and plays with so that you can kind of have some of that alone time. You know, you get in where you fit in and that's it. I remember when we stayed at one of the other parks and you used to say one of our neighbors used to make his kids go out in the morning and take the dogs for a walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe when
That's
Kyle
smart.
is strong enough to actually hold Benji,
Withstand, yes, the force.
then he'll go for a walk with Benji in the morning. But for
we
now,
don't see that happening.
we don't
anytime
see
soon.
that happening. So stay quiet, be stealthy with your
Stealthy.
movements. be stealthy with your movements,
Very stealthy.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Number 4 would be working together,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, working together.
Like working together in the fact that you only have each other.
Right.
So so when you're home, when you're in a place where all your family and friends are, you know, if you're in a bind, if your, you know, car stopped running or you just need help with anything, you can reach out to family and friends and they can be there for you. When you're traveling in an RV, you really only, you can't call anybody when they're 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000 miles away.
Right.
You only have each other to rely on.
Right.
So do you think we work well together?
I mean, you know, we have our goods. We have, we have our goods. We have our bads, I guess, or we have our positives. We have our negatives, however you want to look at it. But I think we work together good, overall.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Right.
like, after you get through those, those certain conversations and
Right.
certain disagreements, it becomes a better partnership. So
Right. And number 5 would be getting to know each other or knowing each other.
knowing each other. Yeah.
Right. I feel like when COVID hit, a lot of relationships suffered because they had to be around each other all the time. People weren't used to being around each other. Right. So except for when he's at the store listening to his music, then we're together all the time.
Yeah.
And you really get to know each other.
Yeah, you really do.
Do you think that during this time our relationship has gotten stronger or that it's gotten weaker?
I mean, I feel like it gotten stronger. But there's been moments that, it had to get weaker in order to get stronger, in a sense, if that makes any sense.
Going through some things.
Going through some
Going
things.
through some things.
Yeah, to go through a few things. And go through, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think that it's gotten stronger. Like I said before, with having to rely on each other, knowing that we can't just up and go run somewhere else, sort of forces us to deal with our issues instead of finding something else to focus on and ignoring those issues.
Right. It almost forces you to get your stuff together.
Yeah.
Your stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It forces you to get it together, and I feel like it's a good thing because you learn to appreciate the things that you once had before, but on the flip note, you understand that, okay, I know this person even more, so I can respect this person more. So way more than I did before.
Oh, definitely.
You can respect them.
Definitely. I know that me personally, I feel that way. There are certain things that I sort of took for granted
Mm-hmm.
before that, like I said before, being in this type of situation made me really appreciate those things that I once took for granted.
Right.
Or it makes me see the strengths more than the weaknesses. It makes me see your strengths
Mm-hmm.
more than maybe what I felt before were like shortcomings.
Okay.
Do you have any regrets
Do I have any
doing
regrets?
this?
I don't have any regrets. No regrets at all. I mean, it made me a stronger person, and it made me love you more. It made me. It forced me to love you the way you should be loved.
Right. Forced you to love me.
No, not forced. No.
I know what you mean.
But it forced me to see you in a different way.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
Well, I wouldn't. I don't have any regrets either, and it really helps that I have somebody that I have fun with, and someone who can be as spontaneous as I am, because I know that my personality is not necessarily suited for everybody, because I'm like all over here. So I definitely feel as though, like you said, it strengthened the relationship. It made me love you even more than I already did, because I got to see you in a different light. Well, that's about it, family. Until next time, be safe, be happy, be blessed, and be stealthy.
Very stealthy.
Be stealthy.
Very stealthy.